Hello, this is Malarian, and this will be a 25-point game of my Lylyth against eKaya. So I figure it's time to go back and use regular Lylyth again. So here she is, and along with her I am taking my Raptors, a Shredder, a Typhon, and a Carnivian. And up against my opponent here, this is the same one that went and pulled off that amazing comeback with Grail, or whatever that new caster's name is. But this time he's going to try out eKaya. So one of the things that is a proxy in his list is that he doesn't actually have the Laris and all that stuff. So the unpainted Laris, or unpainted Argus, is actually the Laris. Then he has an Argus, he has a Gorax, he has a Stalker, and then he has his Feral Warpwolf there. And so a nice little compact army. Of course, I have to be careful with him having the whole arc node, or bark node, what they call it, that he can go and teleport to and stuff. But I figure with my shooting, I should be able to pick off some of these things and then hopefully just beat him down with my own beasts. But it can be really touch and go just because it's a caster I've never played up against before. So he has first turn, moves up, and the biggest thing that I learned here is that he has Shadow Pack. So basically now everybody has stealth. If I want to shoot him, I'll have to get really close. I mean, sure, I have eyeless sight on my beast and on Lylyth, but for most of it I have to be fairly close, and if I can shoot them, they can charge me. And I was really hoping to do the damage with the Raptors. So this means I'm going to have to try and figure something else out. So on my turn, I'm just pretty much keeping my options open to myself. I have the Raptors starting to go off to the left. I have my Shredder that's starting to pull in the front, because if I can now somehow pull him out with the Shredder and then counter, that'd be great, but I'll have to see which way he goes. So on his turn, he piles everything on the right side here, and first of all, I was glad to see him kind of concentrate his forces in such a manner that had his larger beasts in the front. Of course, that means he's not going with a screen and I can try and attack them right away. But the other thing was fantastic is that he actually kind of misplaced his Stalker, because this kind of impassable terrain that we have in the center here, he had him wedged right up against. And so his charge angle is going to be very awkward. So I think he just gave me an opportunity here to try and take advantage of it. With that, my turn 2 turned out to be my feet turn, so pretty much all my shooting went up to go and knock out his Feral Warpwolf, and then I had the Shredder up there just to really be shutting down charge lanes and gumming things up. In response, he had eKaya actually go up, kill the Shredder, and then teleport back, and then the Gorax came over here. This is going to be actually his feet turn, and the Gorax came up to me, attacked, and then what he used that for, so that the Stalker could charge the Gorax, and then because the Stalker has reach, hit the Carnivian. Luckily, I had up my Animus, so I had the extra armor, and I was able to survive this with about 4 boxes or something. But, that was some interesting thinking on his part. So then at the end of his turn 3, it looks like this. Like I said, I was able to survive with my Carnivian, and he's pulled back with everything, but this is fantastic because I've already killed one of his heavies. His Gorax is obviously going to die, and that's just going to put me very much in the lead. So then my turn 3 is just pretty much me healing the Carnivian as much as I can, killing the Gorax. He actually forgot to put up Shadow Pact this last time, so my Raptors were able to go up and put a little bit of damage on the Stalker and then pull back. But it's just really me resetting. His turn 4 though, he really changes strategies, because whereas last time he really just bunched up, this time he's just really spacing out. So he has Laris on the left, he has the Argus on the far right, of course the Stalker in the very center, but the Stalker was something you really didn't really have an option for, because he had used the Gorax Animus on him last time, so he automatically frenzied and had to just kind of move forward there. So now this is even better than I'd even thought, because I'd totally forgotten about this whole Animus thing he had done that's going to force him to go berserk. And what this really means now is that now I can charge his Stalker and kill that, and that's really going to leave my opponents in a very bad spot. And that's what I do. The Typhon goes up and just smashes that stalker there. My Raptors go up and shoot and tie up the Laris on the left side, and then otherwise I'm just kind of healed up the Carnivean a tiny bit more and blocking Lylyth just to make sure I don't miss something that's going to get me killed. His turn 5 then, he actually had a pretty good comeback. eKaya teleports over, kills one raptor, then Laris goes after the other two, kills one, almost kills the third one, and then the thing that really killed it though is that his Argus then charged my Carnivean and just rolled like fire and just perfectly killed him. So, that's now a big blow to me, and things are actually looking a little bit more even now, so I'll have to be very careful. So then to recover, pretty much all I can do is have my Typhon come back, kill the one Argus, my one Raptor goes and slashes at the Laris, does a good amount of damage, and then I'm just making sure to hide on the other side there with my Lylyth. His turn 6, he decides to do something risky. The Laris risks a free strike and runs over here. I miss, so that was pretty lucky for him. And then he was able to teleport over here with eKaya and start wailing away at Lylyth. So luckily I decided just to be safe to put up the Animus of the Typhon up on her. So I'll be healing the D3 each time. And he had to spend a lot of focus to try and actually hit me in the first place, and in the end he just wasn't able to kill me. And of course on my turn it's just a simple matter of my Typhon just turning around and killing her. So victory to Lylyth, but unfortunately, as is my way, I seem to always do very well in the beginning and then things usually slip. I don't know if it's just slips in tactical placement on my part, or whether I'm just having a run where my opponents have some luck and turn things around, but it just seems to be happening a lot. So maybe I have to be analyzing my reports more to figure out if I'm being a little bit too aggressive. If anybody notices that, please let me know, because this happens all the time where I'm far ahead and it gets turned around. But otherwise, it was a great game, lots of back and forth and lots of fun. So thanks for watching. Bye.